World War I ended in 1918, marking a significant turning point in global history. The peace that followed, however, did not bring lasting stability. A key factor was the redrawing of Europe's map, which aimed to reorganize territories. These territorial adjustments inadvertently created new tensions and unresolved issues. The redrawing of boundaries laid the groundwork for future conflicts. Thus, the seeds of future instability were sown in the aftermath of WWI. Four major empires collapsed in rapid succession. These empires were the Austro-Hungarian, Ottoman, German, and Russian. The collapse occurred across Europe. This created a significant power vacuum. The collapse of empires led to the formation of new states. Czechoslovakia emerged as one of these newly formed nations. Yugoslavia was also established during this period of political restructuring. Poland regained its statehood and sovereignty. The Baltic republics asserted their independence as well. Newly formed nations often face the complex task of establishing definitive borders. This process is frequently complicated by the presence of overlapping ethnic groups. The intermingling of these groups can lead to linguistic and cultural clashes. These clashes can significantly impede the establishment of lasting stability. The lack of clear boundaries exacerbates tensions among different communities. Achieving cohesion requires addressing these underlying issues of ethnic and linguistic diversity. Diplomatic conferences often involve the delineation of borders. These borders are frequently drawn by diplomats. Diplomats may lack comprehensive knowledge of the regions in question. This lack of knowledge can lead to arbitrary borderlines on maps. The resulting borders may not accurately reflect local realities. Arbitrary borders can create future geopolitical challenges. Strategic interests often dictate the establishment of borders. These strategic considerations frequently overshadow geographic factors. Cultural and local governance considerations are often secondary to strategic goals. This prioritization can result in borders that do not reflect the realities of the local population. Arbitrary borders can lead to significant instability in newly formed nations. These borders are often created without regard for existing ethnic or cultural boundaries. This disregard can result in border disputes between the new nations. These disputes can quickly escalate into violent conflicts. The violence further destabilizes the region and hinders development. Ethnic minorities can become stranded within hostile states. This situation often fosters resentment within the minority populations. Fear is a common emotion experienced by minorities in these circumstances. The combination of resentment and fear exacerbates social divisions. Nationalist movements are gaining momentum. This surge is fueled by deep-seated resentment among the populace. Fear resulting from redrawn borders is a significant factor. The displacement of ethnic groups further exacerbates tensions. These factors collectively contribute to the growth of nationalist sentiment. The movements capitalize on these grievances to mobilize support. The redrawing of borders led to significant consequences in the interwar period. These consequences became evident throughout the 1,922nd and 1,930nd. One major outcome was increased conflict between various groups. The redrawn borders also contributed to overall instability in the region. This period was marked by political and social unrest due to these territorial changes. The Polish-Soviet War was triggered by the redrawing of borders after World War I. Competing territorial claims between Poland and Soviet Russia fueled the conflict. Both nations sought to expand their influence into the territories in Eastern Europe. These geopolitical tensions ultimately escalated into open warfare. The Greco-Turkish population exchange represents a case of forced displacement. This exchange was a consequence of the altered geopolitical environment. It is also considered an example of ethnic cleansing. The exchange involved the compulsory relocation of populations between Greece and Turkey. This event reflects the harsh realities of redrawing national borders and establishing new states. The rise of fascism is often linked to states experiencing significant internal divisions. Redrawn borders can lead to instability and widespread resentment among populations. This instability and resentment create an environment conducive to the growth of fascist ideologies. Fascism exploits these conditions, offering a seemingly strong and decisive path forward. The end of World War I led to the redrawing of political boundaries across the globe. These new lines did not eliminate conflict, but altered its form and geographical focus. The nature of warfare shifted, influenced by the new geopolitical landscape. Future wars emerged in different locations, reflecting the reconfigured world order. The conclusion of World War I led to significant redrawing of European borders. These new borders were intended to establish a lasting geopolitical order. Many of the borders established in the aftermath of WWI remain in place today. These enduring borders significantly influence the current geopolitical landscape of Europe. The continued existence of these borders reflects the long-lasting impact of WWI. The Balkans region faces ongoing challenges due to historical diplomatic actions. Rushed diplomatic interventions have left a legacy of unresolved issues. These unresolved issues contribute significantly to persistent ethnic tensions. These tensions are a primary driver of regional instability in the Balkans. The complex interplay of ethnicity and politics complicates conflict resolution. Sustainable peace requires addressing the root causes of these tensions. Poorly defined borders in the Caucasus region continue to be a source of conflict. These border issues are a legacy of historical geopolitical decisions. The consequences of these borders contribute to ongoing instability. Resolution of these issues is crucial for regional peace and stability. Borders are more than just geographical lines on a map. They represent deliberate decisions made by governing entities. These decisions determine inclusion and exclusion. Borders define who is considered a member of a community or nation. Conversely, they also delineate who is not recognized as belonging. Hasty decisions are characterized by their speed and lack of thorough deliberation. These decisions often occur without sufficient understanding of the local context. Inadequate consideration is given to the potential long-term effects. This can lead to unforeseen and undesirable outcomes. Careful planning and analysis are crucial to avoid the pitfalls of hasty decisions. Borders delineate inclusion and exclusion within societies. These boundaries play a crucial role in shaping national identities. Borders significantly influence the formation of social structures. They determine who is considered a member of a community. This impacts access to resources and opportunities within a nation. Geopolitical decisions have lasting consequences that extend far into the future. These decisions shape the landscape of international relations and power dynamics. The outcomes of these decisions influence the potential for future conflicts. Understanding these implications is crucial for strategic planning and diplomacy. The effects can manifest in various forms, including economic shifts and alliances. Therefore, careful consideration is essential when making geopolitical choices. Many contemporary border disputes and ethnic tensions are rooted in historical border demarcations. These borders were often drawn without considering existing ethnic or cultural boundaries. Colonial powers frequently created borders that served their administrative or economic interests. This disregard for local populations led to the division of ethnic groups across different states. Such divisions have fueled interethnic conflict and territorial claims in the post-colonial era. The legacy of these historical borders continues to shape geopolitical landscapes and international relations. Animated maps can effectively illustrate the dynamic nature of alliances. Redrawn borders often lead to instability in geopolitical landscapes. This instability causes existing alliances to fracture and new ones to form. Visualizing these shifts through animation provides a clear understanding of the changing power dynamics. Borders can significantly impact economic activity. Trade barriers are a key factor influencing economic disparities. Visualizations can effectively illustrate the economic impact of these barriers. Economic disparities between regions are often linked to border-related trade restrictions. Understanding these impacts is crucial for informed economic policy. The post-WWI era involved rushed diplomacy and border drawing. This period requires theoretical analysis to understand long-term effects. Geopolitical implications include shifts in power dynamics. Border drawing influenced national identities and alliances. Rushed diplomacy may have overlooked critical regional factors. Analysis aims to reveal lasting impacts on international relations.